Oh, there you are. A very good afternoon to you. My name's Chris Reardon. This is United Kingdom Talk here on United Kingdom Radio. And at last, I have recovered, boys and girls. Oh, for God's sake, I've recovered at last. And thank you very much. I've had so many little letters and things in at the moment saying, how are you okay, and all that. Yes, it's been a bit of a thing since I came back from Australia, really. One cold and blooming chest infection after another. And it's... That's actually not the cough. The cough has gone. Completely gone. That was a little bit of crumb, I think, from a rhubarb pie I was eating earlier on, boys and girls. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, yes. I have discovered that my little branch of the co-op, which is like 5 minutes walk from my house, do homemade. They do their own apple and various different pies. And these come in like a paper bag and they're cooked in the morning. I don't know, maybe they come in frozen, I don't know. But nevertheless, they taste absolutely delicious. Now, I prefer, personally, the apple pie. But usually, by the time I get down there, they've run out of those. And indeed, I bought one on, they're so big. I don't know, about 6 inches in diameter. They're not a personal one. You'd probably get... You would probably get 4, if you had a quarter each, that would be enough. Not for me, unfortunately. I prefer to have a third of mine. We do like to have a third of a pie, but they keep running out of apple ones because they're obviously not cooking enough. So I bought the last couple of days a rhubarb pie. Beautiful, beautiful. These are very similar to the pies that you used to be able to get in Waitrose, because we used to have a Waitrose here in Bracknell, which if you're a long-time listener to the show, you'll know that we lost our Waitrose... some time ago. I can't remember when it was now. Now, have we got a problem already? Just a minute now. Oh, that's a good start, isn't it? Something's gone wrong already. I can't believe that. Let's try this again. Is that working now? Are we back? I think we're back now. There we are. Sorry, problem with the live thing now. I think let's just start that off again. There we are. I think it all went a bit ski-whiff then. Are we back? I think we're back. There we are. Everything looks all right now. Yes, I think we're back. As I was saying, we used to have a Waitrose in Bracknell and it closed down. But it's open again now. Well, it's not open again now, but they are building a brand new one. How wonderful is that? They are actually building a brand new Waitrose near the town centre. So once again, I shall be able to purchase these wonderful apple and whatever else pies that they do, okay? Now, I gather the videos have been a bit of a problem again today, as usual. But try that now. That should be all right now. If not, click the listen button, okay? Vicky is with us. Vicky says, good morning. Missed you last week. Yes, I'm much better now. Thank you, Vicky. Hope you're okay. You were buffering and now you're gone. Should be back now. Should be back now. These technology things don't work too well at all. Good morning to Wayne, who says, fine now. Good morning, Wayne. Nice to see you again. And indeed, Vicky messages us. Yes, you're back now. Thank you, Vicky. Oh, lots of messages flashing up here. Let's just check these. And hello to James, who's listening as well. Good morning, James. Oh, good afternoon, James. So... very, very nice apple and rhubarb pies. They did have a cherry pie. I've never been attracted. I'm not a fan of cherries. Are you? I do hate that. And a lot of desserts, when you go for meals out and things, they've always got a cherry on the top, and you end up picking this thing off, don't you? Oh, it's vile, dear. Absolutely. We don't like cherries at all. Certainly don't like cherry pie, I'm afraid. Not into cherry pies. Hello to Leon. Good morning, Leon. Leon Corrigan. He's got about so many Skype addresses that it's unbelievable with you, Leon. Good morning, Leon. Nice to have you with us today. And Phil's here as well. Hello to Phil. And everything seems to be working fine now as well. So good. Right. So let me tell you, it's been like one sort of thing after another since I came back from Australia. Whether it was the change of weather or anything like that, because there was nothing wrong while I was over there. Let me tell you that. And it's been so cold, hasn't it? It's only just really warmed up now, to be honest. The last... yesterday was cold. You know, it seemed to be yesterday colder than it was when we had all that snow back in November for some reason. I don't know why. But today is absolutely beautiful outside. The sun, it's beaming, boys and girls. It's beaming down. My solar panels are making so much electricity, I don't know what to do with it. That's probably why we've overloaded the system. That's what's gone wrong. We've probably overloaded the system. And that's why all the video went off suddenly. Is that why? Oh, I don't know. Good morning to, I don't know why I keep saying morning. Good afternoon to Merlin, who says, welcome back, Chris. Nice to have you back in my what? Oh, sorry, back in my afternoon. Thank you, Merlin, and nice to have you back as well. Merlin's not well at the moment. Guess what he's got? Yes, another blooming chest infection. What's going on? What is going on? Because this, I went to the doctor's, and, He took my blood and, when you go over 40, they always do your blood pressure. Done the blood pressure and thermometer and, in my mouth. Fortunately, in my mouth. Thank God I'm not a cat. You know where those thermometers go and I'm not having a thumb in my... Oh, no, dear. And, I hope they use new ones each time when they do cats' temperatures. I don't like the idea of having a thermometer up my rear end after it's been up someone else, would you? It's awful, isn't it? Do they use new ones each time? Anyway, he did my temperature and everything was fine, he says. And he listened to my chest. He said, well, you sound a bit wheezy. Maybe have a little bit more of your asthma thing. He says, I'll give you... Well, it was a she, actually. She says, I'll give you some antibiotics. She said, if you start feeling worse, take them. So I said, thank you very much. Goodbye. Anyway, so Ronnie was with me down the hospital, and on the way home, he said, oh, well, you might as well start taking those now. I said, why'd you say that? He said, well, because you've obviously still got whatever it is. I said, well, that's not what the doctor said. The doctor said to start taking them if I feel worse again. He said, no, I think you should start taking... I said, no, I'll do what the doctor says. Well, I've got to be honest, as the week went by, I didn't seem to be getting any better. This cough was still there, although I didn't feel like death anymore. But once the cough got going, it was like, it's like there's something down there and it won't come up. That sort of cough. And this went on for another week, after which I decided, okay, fair enough, I'll start taking them, even though I didn't feel any worse. And actually... 4 days later, it completely cleared up. The cough is now gone, and that's it. So obviously there was something going on down there, and that's it. And a few days later, and here I am. All right, so here I am, just doing the one show at the moment. Okay, on Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time. Now, a couple of people have asked, why is that? I've got to be honest. I felt chained. I felt chained and tied to United Kingdom Radio. Not only just doing my shows, but doing podcasts for other people, making sure systems are working, this sort of thing. And I just felt totally and utterly chained to the whole thing. And this has kind of made me think about how I am with many, many other aspects of my life. Never really been very good at relationships. Go with someone for a period of time and then, oh no, I don't know, and then move on again. The only thing I do seem to stick at is jobs. Once I've got a job, I hang on to it. Sometimes too long. In the business I'm in, karaoke and DJing, you must be aware of when a job has come to an end. Sometimes other people, they don't tell you. They want you to carry on. But if you're not into it, you can't do it properly. And there has been a couple of jobs that I've done over the years that after a period of time you think, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But it's a job, I'll carry on doing it. And I don't think we're in jobs, DJing and karaoke, anything to do with entertainment. I don't think you should carry on doing something if you think it's over. But with certain things, I feel chained. And do you know what? There's an elderly lady I know. I was in hospital with her 12 years ago when I had that burst appendix, around about 12 years ago, something like that. Her name's Grace. And she often spoke about her husband, who had died some years earlier, and she called him a free spirit. You know, you could never chain him down. And I have a feeling, funny how I should just realise it, that's what, kind of a little bit what I am. I need to be free, you understand? I need to be free to do other things. I was starting to wonder, actually, if the whole United Kingdom radio thing was part of the fact that I was becoming ill, depressed, terribly depressed. I was getting terribly, terribly depressed. You wouldn't think it, would you, unless I told you, you know? And my best mate, once again, was pointing this out. He says, you've got to stop it. He said, get rid of it. He said, it's making you very, very unhappy. And it was. The whole running of the whole thing, it was making me incredibly unhappy. And it didn't seem to be going anywhere. You know, we have a very, very, very few totally reliable people here on United Kingdom Radio who will be with you when they say they will be with you. They will be there. Others have come and gone as they pleased. You know. But at the moment we have people. And that's the one thing that kept me doing it, was the fact that these people, lovely people, who are there week in, week out to do their shows, they always turn up. They're always there on time. That's what kept me doing it. I thought, I'm letting them down by letting it go. But like my best mate said, but this is doing you in. You've got to stop it. So I decided to. And that's why I'm now doing only one show a week. I don't have anything else to do with other people's shows at all. I just come and do my show, and that's it. And I think that'll work better. It'll work better for me. It may not work better for other people, but do you know what I mean? You just can't keep going like that. If it's making you ill, you've got to move on. So, therefore, there's going to be a couple of little changes in the way you listen to the shows. In a couple of weeks' time, the audio streams, okay, those of you that listen via Winamp or Windows Media Player, Real Player, or perhaps on Wi-Fi radios, anything like that, that will all go dead, I'm afraid. And the only way you'll be able to listen or indeed watch a show will be by using our Ustream. Which is, if you're watching this afternoon, which is how you're watching it this afternoon, you will be listening to the people that just do audio in exactly the same way, except obviously there'll be no picture. Okay, so that's coming sort of first week in April. That'll be happening. So be aware of that. If you're wondering, and if you're listening at the moment and you don't know where you're going to find that, that will be quite easy. Just go to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. And at the moment, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, there is already a small little Ustream thing where I appear, and Lee Mills as well. Everyone else will be appearing, but that will be moved sort of more prominent position, and the little sections on the website that say "Listen Here" will all disappear. All right, so that's what's happening. I feel so much better now, now that I've kind of, dare I say, cut the chain, you know? But I'm sure you've been perhaps in a situation like that before yourself, maybe, have you? Why don't you tell me about it? There's an email address if you want to join in. Have you ever felt chained to anything? Chained to a person, perhaps? Maybe people have tried to chain you. I have to admit, in the past when people have, you know, you've kind of felt trapped, chained to something or someone, and you just have to open that chain, don't you? Has that ever happened to you? Why don't you tell me about it on an email? My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Gonna say once again hello to Leon, who's got an ear infection. Talk about pain. Oh, Leon, I had an ear infection about 2 years ago. One of the most painful things you have, especially if you've got some idiot like me chatting away in your ears all the time, dear. Is it hurting? Leon, come closer to the speaker. Come closer. Boo! Did that hurt? No, I'm sorry. My heart goes out to you. Have you got a little antibiotic spray from the doctors? That's what I had. I had a lot of ear infections a couple of years ago, but they seem to have cleared up now. So I hope you feel better soon, Leon. And I hope your little baby's all right. He's got a baby there as well. Do you live with your girlfriend, or you just see the baby? I'm not quite sure. Hello to Ian, who says, good morning from sunny Ottawa. And indeed, Ian, it's sunny here as well. He says, your cough sounds nasty. No, there's no cough here. Please stop, it does not make good radio. Well, what do you want me to do, Ian, if I'm coughing? There's nothing you can do about it. I can push a button so you can't hear it. He says, we miss your many shows. One does not feel like enough. If you're happy, then I see your point. Yes, we'll just do one show a week now. Thank you, Ian. Hello to... Merlin says, I sound like a foghorn. The better half needs earplugs to sleep. Oh, you don't snore, do you? Oh, how awful. Shh. I told you I've got that application for my iPhone, didn't I? The, let me see what it's called again. Is that it? Grinned? No, that's not it. Sorry? No, don't. I'm being very naughty now. Where is it? Sleep. It's a sleep talk. That's it. Sleep talk. Let me see if I can bring this up. Do you talk in your sleep? Are you sure? Let's see if I've got this. Oh, I haven't got my old recordings. I must have deleted them. But basically, you start this application on your iPhone and you put it next to your bed and it records if you sleep or make any noise at night while you're in bed. Wonderful. And I got this entire hours of recording of me snoring. I didn't even know I snored. And it's a funny snoring as well. Unfortunately, I've deleted it. I'll tell you what I do, Merlin. I'll record it all again. One night perhaps, and we'll have another go at that. We'll have another little play out of that, okay, on the show. Phil says, explain what you were telling me about regarding the script. I've already explained that, Phil. Okay, from April, the only way to listen to any of the shows here on United Kingdom Radio will be by going to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. This is all the live stuff, okay? And then clicking on the link that will be there by April, okay? Lee Mills does all those links and what have you. Alrighty, hello to Vicky once again, who says, life is short. Things can change in a second. You have done the right thing in correcting course and moving ahead. These changes mean more time for Katie, Ronnie, the garden, and most importantly, you enjoy. Thank you very much, Vicky. And I have, you see, one of the things, of course, I go and visit Ron once or twice a week, and he comes here as well. My best friend, he's got his with his boyfriend this weekend, so I probably won't be seeing him this weekend. But I used to go on a Tuesday or a Thursday. And the thing is, I would do the show, okay, then I'd finish the show at 12 o'clock. And then I'd do all the mucking about and editing and uploading. And then I wouldn't leave the house till sort of 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'd be lucky to get to him by sort of 2:30, 3:30 in the afternoon. By which time, of course, virtually all the day's gone. So now, on a Tuesday and a Thursday, well, actually not Tuesday now, because I've just started a new job on Tuesdays. But I go on a Thursday, and I can leave my house at like 10:30 in the morning. Well, I can be there by 12. And then we have lunch and something and do stuff. You know what I mean? So there's only so much time in the day, really. And that's why I wanted to change a few bits and pieces about what I was doing. Fagash Lil says, Lee rarely has... Oh, just a minute. Where's that gone now? Fagash Lil says, I kept hearing a strange sound at night. It was only when you played your recording the other week I realised I could hear you snoring all the way down in Hove, near Brighton. Is that right? You can't hear me snoring that far away, can you, dear? God's sake, woman. But it is a very strange snore that I was doing, to be honest. Very strange indeed. Some Facebook messages. Let's have a look. Oh, Adam's here. Adam, there he is. When is the show being broadcast in Dolby 7.1 HD? And what is that, Dolby 7.1 HD? Don't even know what that is, Adam. Are you with us today, Adam? How wonderful. Actually, as you're there, Adam, let me see just another couple of messages. Hello to Lizzie Drip, drag queen extraordinaire. She's with us today as well. Now, I've discovered, I love this. Lizzie, you've got to get this, right? because Adam will have this on at the moment. I have discovered something brand new. Well, it's not brand new on the iPhone. I've only just found it. Okay, called FaceTime. Now, who's got FaceTime on their mobile phones? It's wonderful. You can now make phone calls to other people with iPhones. Actually, let's try Ronnie. Let's see if he's around. I'll try Ronnie. If the other end has got an iPhone 4 or a Mac, okay, or a Mac, then you can call each other with video calls on the iPhone. How fantastic is that? Now, I'm going to try and show this to you with my best mate Ronnie, okay? Now, you'll see his little face. Hang on, let me see. Oh, no, that's not come up. His little face has come up on a computer screen there. Or it will come up, hopefully, if he's around. Can you hear it ringing? Of course, he has... Oh, no, he's not available at the moment. How annoying is it? I tell you what, we'll try Adam. Where is it now? Because I know he's got FaceTime as well on his iPhone 4. What have I got him under? There we are. FaceTime for Adam. Let's see if this works now. If he's got his phone on, his little face will come up there, you see. Can you hear it ringing? Oh, I don't think he's got it on. No. Oh, what a shame. No one's got their FaceTime. Has anyone got their FaceTime on that I can show the listeners and viewers, how it all works? Because it's just wonderful. Merlin, have you got that? Have you got this, Merlin? FaceTime. Let's try him. See if he's got his switched on. It'd be a shame if this is like just wonderful. How you can see people's vile faces while you're chatting. No. Oh no, Merlin is not available for FaceTime. Oh, here we go. Someone's ringing me back. Adam is ringing me back. It says, 1 minute. Okay, there. There we are. That's fantastic. Look at that.
Hi, Chris.
How wonderful. Now, what we have now, boys and girls, is this bloke here. This is another DJ, Adam, okay? And he's called me on the FaceTime on my, was it iPhone 4? You can't see me, can you? You can only see the little cameras in front of you.
I can see you on the big telly.
What big telly? Oh, my God, you've got me on a big telly?
Yeah.
Well, can you keep your hands above the table while you're looking at me, please? I'm not having any of that mucking stuff going on while I'm doing my programme. Well, I must say, you're very well dressed up for the show today, Adam.
Yeah.
Have you just got up?
I've been up about half an hour.
How long has this FaceTime thing been going on? Because I've only just discovered it, like a couple of weeks ago, as you know.
It's been going on about 6-8 months now.
Oh, okay. Do you have many FaceTimers, people that call into your regular, or what?
Just you and Sandra.
Has Sandra got it as well?
Sandra's got it, yeah.
Oh, well, I never knew that. I never knew that. Well, thank you for allowing me to give people a demonstration.
That's all right.
Have a good day.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, ta-ra now, bye. There we are, you see? Isn't it fantastic? You can actually... I mean, it's just what's that programme? Space 1990... Don't say what Space 1999, young people. It was a wonderful science fiction... I bet Merlin doesn't know what that is. Space 1999, dear me. Apparently Merlin hasn't got his phone with him. Oh, I mean, what's the point of having a phone when you haven't got it with you? It's just a joke, isn't it? So there we are. That's the FaceTime. Also, I can also... now do Skype video calls with my iPhone as well. I mean, it just gets better and better, doesn't it? Eh? You know, you can just have it there. Ronnie rings me every morning. I have my little phone sitting there by the table, and his little face pops up and we have a conversation while I'm trying to watch my television programmes. Yes. Anyway, there we are. Now, we were doing the competition last week. Do you remember the competition 2 weeks ago? And of course, we haven't done any of the prizes, of course, because I wasn't here last week because I felt so blooming rough and fed up and depressed. So we're going to do this now. I only had 4 people put their answers in. Let me see that now. There it is. I've got 4 people who sent their answers in. Okay, so I'm now going to fold up these 4 bits of paper, not chucking them away, because there's some emails on there as well that I want to read out. So there we are. We'll fold up these 4 pieces of paper. Now, let me select someone to assist me with this. We need to have someone who didn't join in the competition. So that's going to be Merlin. Merlin, you didn't send an answer in, did you? No. Okay. I'm going to name these pieces of paper. Number 1, 2, 3 and 4, Merlin. Okay. You are going to pick the 2 winners, my darling. Okay. Merlin says, Space 1999. Wasn't that an old 1970s series? Yes. And it was really good. All the boys used to fancy this woman who had these bright mauve, skin-tight lycra things on. I mean, what did she look like, for Christ's sake? Mind you, you go in some of the clubs now, you want to see what some of these people are wearing. It's unbelievable. Now, the question that was set by Martin. Now, have I still got this? I should still have this. Here, there it is. Now, the question was, okay, what he wrote in, I'm going to donate 2 copies of my DVD for you, because Martin makes DVDs. This DVD is called Auction Reaper. And it says on the back, watch as I walk you through some killer tricks to give you an unfair advantage over everybody else. It doesn't matter if you're buying or selling, you will be able to reap the benefits every time. So this could make you money. And if only you were watching the show 2 weeks ago, darlings, then you would be joining in now and have a chance of winning one of these marvellous DVDs. 4 people tuned, 4 people entered. I mean, it's pathetic, isn't it? 4 people entered this competition, but never mind. You know, you lost out. Always make sure you're there for the competitions, because you never know. Next week, I could be giving away a car next week. You don't know. You know. You don't know. I may not have the pretty studio of Lee Mills with the lights and the set behind him and the pictures and the cups and the Union Jacks and the guests. I may not have that. But what I've got is something much better, Lee Mills, and that is a personality. All right, my love? Now, let's do this competition then. Two of these DVDs to win. I've got 4 bits of paper here. Numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. Merlin, could you pick me 2 numbers, please, between 1 and 4, and they will be the winners of our competition. 2 numbers, please, between 1 and 4. I shall wait for you to do that. Fag Ash Lil says, I've been spaced out since 1999. Well, I think we all know that, dear. All right, okay, we've chosen... Blimey, that was quick. Can't be much delay on the system today. We've got 2 numbers, 1 and 3. So these are the 2 people that are going to win the DVD. The first one is from Wales, Kath Cornish. Hello, Kath. We've got an email here from her as well. And the other one, what was the other one? Number 3, he's chosen number 3, is... Oh, it would be a blooming one, an international one, wouldn't it? From Australia, it's Chris from Victoria. So Chris from Victoria and Kath in Wales, you've both won one of those DVDs. What you need to do, guys, is, ladies and gentlemen, is send me your full postal address by email, please. Actually, Kath, I've probably got yours here. Let me just check, because you've sent me in 2 cards, haven't you? Oh, no, I haven't got it. Oh, there it is. Yep, I've got it on the back of the card. So don't worry about your one, Kath. CW, if you could send me your full postal address on the email, please, and I'll get that off to you, okay? The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, the question was, what is the name of Han Solo's spaceship in the Star Wars film? And of course the answer was Millennium Factor. Okay, Millennium Falcon. I've got X Factor on the brain. Millennium Falcon was the name for that, and all 4 people got that correct. But the 2 that are winning are CW in Australia and Kath, who's in Wales. Now, what was I going to do then? I was going to say something then. Oh, yes, that's right. So they've won a copy of Auction Reaper. Now, if you want to have a look, perhaps you want to buy, you may not have won one of these, but you can still buy one of these. Just go to www.auctionreaper.com. Okay, I think that's right. Oh, damn, what have I done with that now? Let me check for you. Let me just check that for you. Oh, I'll get this right in a minute, won't we? www.auctionreaper.com. Is that the one? Hey! Yes, lovely. All right, once again, www.auctionreaper.com, and you can find out more about it there. But those two have now been claimed. Well done, and thank you, everyone who entered those. A couple of emails then, boys and girls. Oh, a couple of messages first. Merlin says, did Space 1999 have Nick Tate starring in it? Nick Tate? I don't know who Nick Tate is. No idea who Nick Tate is. I'm sorry, mate. Don't know. Don't know, Merlin. You can still get it on DVD. I'm sure if you type it into YouTube, there'll be some various little clips of Space 1999 and what have you. Hello to Simon, who's on the Isle of Wight. Space 1999, what a brilliant show. Yes, it was, because they all lived on the moon, didn't they? All these people lived on... Why would you want to live on the moon? There's nothing there, is there? You know. I mean, there's there's nothing there at all. There's no flowers, no plants, there's no toilets, nothing. Nothing on the moon. Why would you want to live on the moon? What a boring place that is. Okie doke. CW writes, good day, Chris. Chris from Victoria, Australia here. Got to say, I am jumping at a chance of your competition, so name of Han Solo's spaceship, the Millennium Factor. Win or lose, thank you for this chance. Cheers. From Chris, Victoria, Australia. And indeed, you've won, okay? Your name is on that DVD, and I await your address. Put that on the floor. Let me file that on my carpet. And Kath as well joining in, who writes a couple of weeks ago now, of course. Hi, Chris. Sorry to hear you haven't been too good. I missed you last Thursday. It sounds like you were doing too much. Yes, indeed, I was, but now I've sorted it. Hope you don't stop doing United Kingdom talk altogether. I would miss you. No, not stopping. Shall still be doing the Saturday shows, all right? The other thing, of course, since we've been doing all the shows live, I can't go out now with my video camera and... Oh, I've just realised that's not lined up. There we are. We're lined up a bit better. Can't go out with my video camera and record shows like in the garden or in the forest or by the seaside, all of which I've done before. Now that we're live, can't do that anymore. So, by doing just one live show a week, if I want to, I can now go out with the camera and do an extra show here, there and everywhere. You know where to find it. You always find it at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Always check there if there's a new show, right? So I'll be able to do that again as well. It was nice to hear about the lady who was in touch with you last Saturday who reviews books, and she has indeed written again to us. I love reading also. I've just finished reading a book called 84 Charing Cross Road. I've heard of this, by Helen Haniff. I just couldn't put it down. Now, just a minute. 84 Charing Cross Road. I've read that book. Is that about a bookshop? Is that book about a bookshop? Right, this lady goes to a bookshop and she's in the States. I'm sure it says a lady goes to a bookshop in London while she's on holiday, buys a book and goes back to the States where she lives and then starts writing to the bookshop and these letters going back and forth all the time. Is that the one? Because if that's the one, I read that as well. And I took a really good book, if it's the same one. Kath says, books seem to be taking over the place again as I have trouble parting with them. Even books I've read many times, I have from time to time, I have to be ruthless and part company with some of them. The name of Han Solo's spaceship is Millennium Factor, Falcon. The Auction Reaper looks like it may be interesting to watch. I'll be closing for now, Chris. Take care of yourself. Regards from Kath, who's in North Wales. So thanks for that, Kath. I'm sure that's the book, the one with the American lady who kept writing to the bookshop and she was ordering stuff off them all the time. I've actually ordered another book off eBay. Not eBay, Amazon. Not one of the Nostradamus books. You know, that bloke who does all these, who did all the prophecies. I got terribly itchy nose. Does that mean there's someone talking about me, or is there money coming? Eh? Which is it? I can't remember. Anyway, Nostradamus. Yeah, I've ordered one of them books to see what the future holds for us all. My best mate Ron, he was telling me about the Nostradamus, who reckons the next world war will break out in the Middle East. Okay? You know, you've got to wonder these things. Look what's going on over there at the moment. We've got, you know, we're doing this no-fly zone now in Libya. That's just started, isn't it? And all that business. They've had unrest in other places. I think Bahrain, Egypt, and all terrible unrest in all these places. It's all in the Middle East. And get this, my mate says that the World War III that starts in the Middle East will be nothing to do with Israel. Apparently, this is a prophecy. One of these prophecies. So I've ordered one of these books so that I know what to avoid. You know, I may have to move. I may have to move on to the Isle of Wight. I'm sure you've got a little place for me there, Simon. Perhaps if you've got a garden, you could set up a little shed there, or I've got a tent. I've got a two-man tent. Only enough room for me, I'm afraid, and the cat. Well, we should call it a one-man and a cat tent, perhaps. Thank you, Kath. So I'll let you know what I find of this Nostradamus book. I still haven't finished reading the Tony Blair book yet. I'm about, I would say, about just over a third of the way through it now. Email here from young Vicky, who's of course with us live as well today, who writes, "Hi Chris, are you okay? I was looking for a Thursday show and I can't find one. So now I'm worried." No, Vicky, no more shows on Thursday. No more on Tuesday. Just on the Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time. Or, of course, you can watch it later on the podcast. All right. Let's just do some more messages coming in. Simon says, "I tried living on the moon once. I didn't like the but there was no atmosphere." Ha, ha, ha. Boom, boom. Well, don't start trying to do funny jokes. I mean, did anyone watch that red-nosed? I just don't find any of this stuff funny. It's not funny. There is the most awful programme at the moment on Channel 4, the 10 o'clock show. I mean, what is all... There's some rubbish around on that telly at the moment. The 10 o'clock show. Do you watch that? Awful. I can't remember the name of the comedian, but he's an odd-looking bloke with a side parting. Let me see if I can find out his name, because I've just never found him funny. Hang on a minute. Let me look for you. 10 o'clock show. 10 o'clock show. What side did I say it was? Channel 4? Channel 4. Let's see if we can find... 10 o'clock live. That's it. 10 o'clock live. Channel 4. There he is. I don't know his name. Watch now. Features. Listen to... No, that's not it. Who is this comedian? 10 o'clock live podcast. Let's check presenters. Presenters. Charlie Brooker. Jimmy Carr. I think that's him. Jimmy Carr. Is that him? Jimmy Carr, yeah. I mean, I just don't find it... I'm sorry, I don't find him funny. You know, it's almost a falseness that's on there. So that's one. There's another show to avoid on the telly. 10 o'clock live show. And then you've got this other one on the afternoon. OK Live or something. I think that's on Channel 5. Hosted by two people that just seem a little bit too perfect. You know, white teeth, perfect skin and all. It's just too much, isn't it? I mean, you'd much rather be watching me every afternoon. Surely you would. I can't believe you do. You watch all these people. Thag Ashley says Jimmy Carr. That is the one. Yeah, Jimmy Carr. Yeah, I'm not keen on him at all. Do you find him funny? I mean, is it me? Is it me? Have I lost my sense of humour? Eh? I don't know. Thag Ashley says, what do you want to read Nostradamus for? It's simple. We're all going to die. Well, yeah, we know that. Yeah, but I mean, we might be able to avoid it at some point. If they said there's a war coming here and it's all right going to be in New Zealand, I'll move. Simple as that. And carry on doing my show from there. We could call it New Zealand Talk, couldn't we? Or Australia Talk, depending on where I am in the world. Norfolk Island Talk. There's one. Norfolk Island. Wouldn't mind living there. Wayne says, I agree. I don't find Jimmy Carr funny either. I just don't. I'm sorry. I just don't find him funny. Don't find him funny at all. Merlin says, don't know, living on the moon can't be any worse than living in Bognor. Do you live in Bognor? You don't live in Bognor. Nothing wrong with Bognor. Right by the seaside. What you chatting about? It's a wonderful place, Bognor. We used to go on holiday to Bracklesham Bay when I was little. That was a nice place. Always some messages coming in here that I've missed. RD, who's what RD? RD writes, because of my cough, you need to suck a fisherman's friend. Have you had one of those? Oh, they're horrible, they are. Blooming horrible things. No, thank you. You have your fisherman's friend. I don't want it. I don't. I really don't want a fisherman's friend, but thanks for asking, okay? Now, let me just... where are we doing? That's it. Done. Good. Oh, is it 3:45 already? Blimey, time is running away. Let's do some emails. Come on. Hello to Craig. Hello, Craig, who says, hope you're keeping well. Well, I am now. I've got the chain. I've got the chain. Once again, I am free to fly. Free to fly. I fly like a bird in the sky. Oh, we need a bit of echo for that. I fly like a bird in the sky. Do you remember that? The advert for Nimble Bread. You don't remember, do you? Well, it was on in the 70s. Oh, you weren't born. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, Craig says, I've started a new show at Castlemead Radio. Now, that's a hospital station. On a Friday evening now from 5 till 7. Oh, I won't be listening to that, I'm afraid. I'm usually asleep at that time. Oh, yes. I have 2 hours sleep every afternoon. Poor old Adam, who we saw on the FaceTime earlier, he's having terrible trouble sleeping at the moment for some reason. You know, keeps waking up after 2 hours. That's horrible, isn't it, when you can't get a night's sleep? Craig says, I used to do Tuesday afternoons there. It's much better doing an evening show. It means not having to get out of bed early. Well, what time do you get up then, Adam? Craig. Christ almighty. All these people that get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Adam used to be that as well, didn't you? Getting up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is just dreadful. You miss the beautiful sunshine that's out there today. Would you like to come and do the music for Hinckley and Nuneaton's Carnival on our float? I've got to order one for each carnival. You're more than welcome to come along. Now, I probably won't have time to do it, I'm afraid, Craig, but thank you for asking. It would have been nice to stand on that old lorry with you, playing my tunes. It's a mixture of Doctor Who music we need, which I have got. The charity Dalek Squad will be on the float, hopefully. Anyway, it would be a chance to get to meet you. And he's also sent me some pictures of Daleks, real, Daleks that they are making for this carnival, which are fantastic pictures. He says, keep them for yourself only for the time being. Okay, so there we are. Not going to do that. Not going to show those to you, I'm afraid, because they're for my eyes. For your eyes only. Only for your... I do like that song. Oh, let's do these. Well done to Sean Riches. You got the competition question right as well. Beat him with a prize, I'm afraid. Sorry, Sean. Your number was not picked. And finally, Turi Daniel. Who looks like he might be in another country somewhere. Millennium Factor is the answer. Yes, it is. But unfortunately, we didn't pick your number, so you didn't win the prize there. But thanks for entering anyway. All right, my loves. Hello to Darren Wicks, who watched a show where we were talking about the NHS. Do you remember that? And I was saying, you never shout at the nurses and the doctors. It's not their fault they're short-staffed. What you've got to go there is go to the offices, You're going to go to the administration. Oh, they're all so important, aren't they? Managers and administration. Such important people. They really are. They walk around and so much money for doing nothing, basically. That's who you've got to get to. Unfortunately, getting to them is another thing altogether. You can't actually, you've got to go through secretaries and receptionists and security doors. You can't get to these people. But please, if you go to casualty one night and you wait 10 hours to see someone, don't blame the nurses and doctors. It's not their fault. Anyway, Darren says, I listened to the show about the NHS and you were right about the NHS, and that's from Dazza. So thank you, Dazza. Hello to James, who I haven't heard from a while. Hello, James, who writes, "Hi, Chris. Hope the rest goes okay and hope to still hear you on the United Kingdom talk. Hope we do get better soon." Yes, much better now. Thank you very much. It did hang around for a long time, though. Weeks I had this, whatever it was. I'm afraid the NHS, again on the subject, is something that has been ruined over the years, that the powers that be have done, and I'm afraid it's the genuine frontline staff that get it in the neck all the time. And yes, indeed, they do. I see it myself, and the powers that be don't want you to know. It seems that their pay packet comes first. Yes, it does. That's how it seems to me. You know, how can it be that these administrators get hundreds of £1,000s, you know, for saving money? And I do believe they get, the more money they save, the more they get. And this is just wrong, isn't it? It's just wrong. As for the person writing in to you wanting you to do a music show, wouldn't Terry Turner be able to help? No, yes, I was asked to do, I've been asked a couple of times to do a music and chat show by actually several different radio stations who were kind enough to think that they might want me to do one. But I don't want to be tied again. You know, I don't want to be chained to something again. So for now, I'll just do this little show and that'll be it. Wayne says, "My tunes, is that like iTunes?" No, it's not like iTunes, my tunes, iTunes. Stop complicating the matters, dear. Merlin says, "I know the sleeping during the day, working 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. I normally get a nap in about 5. Yeah, me too, Merlin. Oh, well, if you're ever round this way, Merlin, we can both have a nap together. Okay? Would you like that, lovey? I've got the electric blanket. That's lovely, that is. Although I suppose that would be going away in a month or so, wouldn't it? It'd be going away for the summer. Yes, I've got my flannelette sheets at the moment. They're lovely and warm they are. Flannelette sheets. Have you got some of those? You must get them. Look on eBay. You can often get some of those for £6 or £7. That's all. Flannelette sheets. We love it. Now, how are we doing? We've got 9 minutes, but I've got a couple of long emails here, really. What should I do? I'm not sure what to do. Adam says, that FaceTime call was very bizarre. That was Adam who spoke to us on the FaceTime a little while ago. I had me talking to your camera and viewing myself. At the same time, I had you on the TV and your iPhone showing me, both with a 5-second time delay. I didn't know where to look or what I was listening to. Well, neither does anyone when you're DJing, mate. They haven't got a clue what you're doing when you're DJing. They don't know where to look, where to dance, or what to listen to. That's why they all bring in MP3 players. So, are you coming down tomorrow night, by the way? Do pop down on Sunday, because I get a little bit lonely there in that DJ box in Clapham. If I'd have known I'd dressed down and done, I'd have dressed and done my hair for the occasion. I thought you were quite well dressed, what you normally are when you turn up at one of the pubs for work. God's sake, man. What is wrong with you? Now, I don't know. Maybe I should save these 2 emails for next week's show. I've got one from Emily and one actually from Steve, who's also in Australia, that I found that I haven't read out, and it's going back actually right the way to before I went on holiday in January. I don't know how I missed this one out. But I will read that out probably on the next show, okay? Don't forget the email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I don't know if any of you noticed there was a full moon last night here in the UK. Does that mean there's a full moon everywhere, or is that like different? When it's a full moon, if it's a full moon for us here, is it a full moon for everyone in Australia? I'm not quite sure how that works. I'd quite like to get into astronomy, actually. You know, I think I mentioned before, I did look if I could go to an observatory or something. I like the idea of being able to look through an instrument, i.e. a telescope, and be able to see the planets with my own eyes. They all look rather wonderful. You get some wonderful pictures on the internet and this, but to be able to actually look through a telescope or something like that, whatever it is, directly at a planet and maybe see the rings around Saturn, or a nebula. That must be fantastic to do that. I recently found out that my cousin, who lives in Scotland, Peter, is really into astronomy, but getting hold of him is just a nightmare. And I wondered, is there anyone who's into astronomy, perhaps? Have you got a telescope? What I don't want to do, really, I mean, ideally, I'd like to go to an observatory and look there, but I can't find one to visit. You see the London Planetarium and all that, but that basically is a projector, isn't it? It's a projector in the middle of the room that projects wonderful images onto this dome. I actually want to go to an observatory and look through a telescope with my own eyes at a planet live, so to speak, and I can't find where to do that. So if anyone's got any ideas where I could do this, obviously I'd probably have to take a night off work somewhere or do something like that, then please do get in touch. Where would I find an observatory to go and visit? I've typed it into Google and I can't find anything, so I'd appreciate that. My email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. all right. What I don't want to do is go down, a telescope shop and buy something and then stick it out the window and find that I can, you just see these dots in the sky. I mean, I can see that now with my own eyes. I've got a pair of binoculars. Just a minute, let me get those. I've got a pair of binoculars. Here they are. These binoculars, I think these are the right ones, are they? Yes, these binoculars that I'm holding in my hand, they're light black and they're quite old. These were actually my father's when he was in the army. I think these are the ones. I've actually got two sets. I don't know where the other set came from, actually, but these were my father's. When he was in the army, they got binoculars and things, and you can look through, and you can kind of see a bit close to the moon, but I want to be able to see the mountains on the moon and that sort of thing. Is that possible with a telescope? How much would I have to spend? I don't really want to spend thousands of... Well, I mean, don't want to spend thousands and thousands on them. I don't know how into it I'll be. I might find that I get a telescope or I go to the observatory and look through a telescope and look at the stars. Well, that's very nice, thank you very much, and then walk away from it. Or I may find, I'd like to go into this a little bit more. So I don't know if anyone knows anything about that. Do get in contact if you do, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, my email address. Where could I go and visit an observatory? Now, did I just have something to do then? I'm sure something just flashed up here. Fag Ashlil says Nimble was a con. It was just a smaller loaf sold as a weight loss product. Yeah, well, we've all bought these weight loss products. They don't work. By the way, I'm looking at the clock, wondering if I've got time to tell you about this now. The whole weight loss thing. I'm always going on about my weight and all that. I've got my nieces. No, not my nieces. It's my nephew first. My nephew and his girlfriend wedding now in 2 weeks' time. Okay, it's not next Saturday, the Saturday after. So, of course, I won't be here that Saturday afternoon. Not next week. I'm here next week, but not the week after. My nephew's, what do I call it? Wedding. I'm sorry, I'm doing 10 things at once here. I've got a new little film as well somewhere. Where's that gone? There it is. And I went to Marks and Spencer's this weekend, this week actually, on Thursday, when I went to see Ron, and purchased a new suit. Not bad, actually, but I spent altogether £290. That's on a very nice grey jacket. I might wear it. I'll tell you what, I might wear it next Saturday for you, okay? I'll wear it next Saturday for you while I'm doing the show. Like a shiny type grey jacket and trousers and a shirt, and there's a tie and a pair of shoes, and that lot was £300, about £290. So quite pleased about that. From Marks and Spencer's, really good service. It was one of the Marks and Spencer's in central London. A little Indian man there as well, in the change rooms, assisting you and doing measure, who was 70. This bloke is 70. I thought it was about 55. Really? I mean, he didn't look like that old at all. Anyway, so the trousers I've picked up the size 34 trousers and I went into the dressing room. I says, Ron, can you get us the 36? These are too tight. I can't do these up at all, mate. He went and got the 36, didn't he? Guess what? Nope. No good with those either. 38. I'm disgusted with myself that I am now a 38 waist, boys and girls. Something's got to give, isn't it? Something has got to give here. We can't just keep putting on the weight. Anyway, time for me to go, boys and girls. I'll see you again next Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock UK time. Don't forget, you can join in by email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Those of you watching the show, I've done a brand new little closing film that you'll be able to watch now. And Tom Harris with you after the 4 o'clock news. Thanks so much for listening. Bye-bye now.